What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another tier list video on the channel. Today, you guys seem to be loving these, so I'm going to keep giving them to you. My name is Mike. Today, we have all of the NFL wide receivers, or at least most of the notable ones on my tier list today. We have some of the categories, top 5, Pro Bowl guys, guys that are good, meh, not so good, and then my favorite category, dog shit. So I'm going to be ranking everybody on my tier list. I'm going to be going a little bit quicker since there's a lot of receivers to get to, but you guys know the drill. Make sure to put your comments and your opinions down below, and make sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of my future uploads. But let's go ahead and get right into it. Let's go ahead and talk about the rookies. So I've been debating my philosophy on what to do with rookies in tier list videos. But for right now, I am just going to not put any of them up there. They haven't played a snap in the NFL yet, and anything I put up there would just be projections and not what they've actually done. So guys like JSN, I see Zay Flowers down here. They're not going to be on the tier list. I'm only going to be ranking guys who have played in the NFL. All right. First of all, let's talk about Davante Adams. Davante Adams is certified Pro Bowl. If he's not top 5, he's very close. He is and has been one of the league's best receivers for many years. I worry now that the quarterback situation in Las Vegas is not going to be great, and we're not going to get to see him in his full power with Jimmy Garoppolo, Aiden O'Connell, Brian Hoyer question mark. But nonetheless, still one of the best receivers in the NFL, one of the best receivers of this generation. Allen Robinson, I don't think Allen Robinson is very good anymore. I'm going to put him in not good. He had a few good years with the Bears, but his last year in Chicago was subpar. Last year in Los Angeles really wasn't good, and he's going to be, at best, the wide receiver 3 in Pittsburgh. So I don't really have high hopes for Allen Robinson, but I think he's going to be in not good. Now, Deebo Samuel, I'm going to put Deebo Samuel in good, and that's because I don't know if he's a great wide receiver so much as he has a great weapon. Like, I think his strength as a player is his versatility, as in he can line up at running back. You can have him catch the ball as a receiver. He could probably return kicks. He could probably throw. He is a good blocker. But I don't know if he's necessarily as good of a wide receiver strictly as a lot of these other guys. That's why he's just going to go up there. I believe, yeah, that is Amon-Ra St. Brown right there. I'm going to put Amon-Ra St. Brown in good above Deebo Samuel. Um, he's a very good route runner. He's got good hands. I think he works well in this Detroit offense with Ben Johnson. And I really do think Amon-Ra St. Brown is a guy that's going to be pretty much a lock to have 1,000 yards pretty much every year that he's healthy, especially if the Lions continue to have stable quarterback play. Zay Jones, meh. I don't really have anything great to say about Zay Jones. I think he's going to be, wide receiver 3 in Jacksonville. But a couple years ago, he did have that breakout with the Raiders, and I think he did have a pretty good season last year with the Jaguars with Trevor Lawrence. But I don't necessarily think that he's a star of the game. I think that he's just a solid option. He is, pretty good 3. And yeah, there's not much to say about Zay Jones. I believe I don't know if that's Drake London. I can't tell. I'll look later on in the list and see if that's Drake London, but he's in his USC uniform, so it leads me to believe that might be Drake London. But let's talk about Odell Beckham. Odell Beckham, as of right now, is kind of meh. He is a little bit older, and I do worry about him coming off that torn ACL. He's had a lot of injuries in his career, but with the Rams, he was pretty good, and I think he was a nice compliment to Cooper Kupp, and I think that's what he could be in Baltimore, a nice compliment with Zay Jones and Rashad Bateman. I don't have terribly high hopes for Odell Beckham, but I think his name alone obviously resonates a lot of respect. And again, if we're talking about like 2016, this is a guy who's going to be in top 5. But unfortunately, I think he's lost a step or two, and he's a little bit older than he was, so probably is not up there anymore. Let's talk about Stephon Diggs. I'm going to, for the time, put Stephon in top 5. I might change my mind later on the list, but I think right now he's top 5 receiver. Continually one of the most targeted and most volume gathering receivers in the NFL, pairing with Josh Allen. I think Dalton Kincaid will now steal a little bit of his targets, but I think that's actually a good thing for the Bills offense and for Stephon Diggs. He won't have to carry the load, on the Bills offense as much. I think he's a great receiver. I think the Bills made a great trade with the Vikings, and yeah, pretty simple. Gabe Davis, I just don't think Gabe Davis is that good, man. I'm gonna be real. I think a lot of people overhype Gabe Davis, and they say, "Oh, Gabe Davis, da da da." Man, I just don't think that Gabe Davis is very good. I think that the Bills have been begging somebody to step up to be a number 2 option opposite of Stephon Diggs. and nobody's really done it. And there's a reason that they wanted to grab a pass catcher in the draft. Let's go with Miko Hardman, not Marcus Valdez-Scantling. Miko Hardman. Miko Hardman is not very good. He does have one redeeming quality in that he is fast as fuck. Um, but Miko Hardman, he's just not a really good receiver. I don't think he is not Tyreek Hill, and you could pretty much tell that because they were on the same team. He has similar speed to Tyreek Hill, but he lacks in every other area to Tyreek Hill, unfortunately, and he's just not that guy. Not that guy. Devin Duvernay, dog shit. I really don't like Devin Duvernay. I think he's not a good receiver. He's a better returner, definitely, but he's just not a receiver in my opinion. Garrett Wilson. Garrett Wilson is a Pro Bowler. I love Garrett Wilson. I think he's a great receiver. Elite yards after catch ability. Elite. And then I believe it is Rashad Bateman. I'm going to put Rashad Bateman at the top of meh. I have high hopes for Rashad Bateman, but I don't think he's put it together yet fully. And I think that with the addition of Zay Flowers and the addition of Odell Beckham, the pressure's off of him to be the number one option. I think he can flourish more as just doing his own thing and not receiving all the attention from the defense. This right here is I don't actually know who that is. I'm gonna have to come back to that for a second. Jamar Chase is top five clearly. Um, Jamar Chase is one of the best receivers in the NFL. We hope that he can stay healthy because him and Joe Burrow is going to be an elite connection for many, many years to come. I hope I don't get much of a debate for Jamar Chase. T. Higgins is Pro Bowl, obviously. I'm going to put him right behind Devontae Adams and in front of Garrett Wilson. The Bengals have the best two-punch receiver room in the NFL, and that's coming from a Seahawks fan. T. Higgins is awesome. He's an elite jump ball receiver. He's a great complement to Jamar Chase. And if Joe Burrow ever gets in trouble, he can just throw it up to T. Higgins, and T. Higgins will probably catch it. The third Bengals receiver, Tyler Boyd. I'm gonna put him in meh. I'll put him above I'll put him above Rashad Bateman and Zay Jones. I think his play has been declining, obviously, but I don't think that Tyler Boyd is a bad option at 3 at all. I still think he's one of the better number 3 options at the receiver room. And yeah, I just think he's obviously a step down from Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, but I still think he's a pretty solid option at number 3. Now let's go into Tyreek Hill. I'm going to jump around a little bit because some of these guys, it's kind of hard to tell who it is from my vantage point. I need glasses for those of you who are wondering, and I just, I want to get a good look, but I don't want to like be in the camera like this. Tyreek Hill's obviously also top 5. I'm going to put Tyreek Hill above, I'm going to put Tyreek Hill above Stephon Diggs. I'm going to put Tyreek Hill behind Jamar Chase, though. I think, he is and has proven to be one of the best receivers of this generation. His speed is elite. I think a lot of people got nervous when he was traded away from the Chiefs that maybe, Patrick Mahomes was a big part of his success. But he set a lot of career highs with Tua. Even though Tua didn't even play the whole year, he set a lot of career highs in receiving yards and receptions, all that type of stuff. And Tyreek Hill is that dude. He's just simply that dude. You know what I mean? Let's talk about now. Let's go to George Pickens and Deontay Johnson. George Pickens to me is good. I'm not going to put him above Deebo Samuel because a lot of it's just potential, but I think George Pickens will be a really good receiver. I wanted the Bears to draft him, to be honest with you, but they didn't. And I'm actually going to throw Deontay Johnson like right in front of George Pickens, just because he's done more. But I think George Pickens has a little bit higher potential, to be honest with you. So that's that. I'm gonna breeze through this list a little bit more because I'm kind of taking a lot of time. Let's go to another guys. CeeDee Lamb's a Pro Bowler. He's ahead of Garrett Wilson, at least so far. I think he's obviously one of the best receivers, and he's probably Dallas's only option, like legit option right now. Ever since they got rid of Dalton Schultz. Let's go to Christian Watson. I think Christian Watson is good. I'm gonna put him above George Pickens. I'm going to put him above George Pickens. I do worry about him now that only having Jordan Love and not Aaron Rodgers, but, we'll see how that goes. And yeah, we'll figure that out. But I think he's got a lot of potential, and he's very fast. A.J. Brown, Pro Bowler. That's fairly obvious, I would say. Let's talk about DK Metcalf, also a Pro Bowler. He's a stud. Y'all don't want to accept it, though. Christian Kirk, I think, is good. I'm going to put him right here. He had a really good year in Jacksonville last year. I worried that they overpaid him, but I think the pairing with Trevor Lawrence worked very well. I do know that he probably won't be the wide receiver 1 anymore with Calvin Ridley stepping in, but I still really like Christian Kirk a decent amount, and I think that he's a good receiver. DJ Moore, we're also gonna put in good. I'm gonna put him above Christian Kirk because he's been more consistently productive with bad quarterback play. Coming into Chicago, he's going to be the clear-cut wide receiver one, and if him and Fields can build a rapport, I think that could be a dangerous connection for many years to come. To be completely honest with you, Kadarius Toney, I'm going to put him at the edge of good, and I'm going to put him at the edge of good, and that's just me probably being biased because I have him in fantasy, but I think that Kadarius Toney is set for a big breakout this year. He's a great athlete. Pairing with Patrick Mahomes, it'll be great. If he can stay healthy, it will be really, really good, in my opinion. Let's talk about Chris Olave. Chris Olave is also a Pro Bowler. I'll rearrange the order in a second. I just want to get these guys in the list because there's a lot of names to get to. I kind of realize I should probably go faster. Chosen Anderson, I think, is dog shit, to be completely honest with you. Chase Claypool is meh. I'm gonna put him. Yeah, I'm putting him right there above Odell, just because he's a good jump ball receiver still. Um, but yeah, let's talk about some of these other guys. Brandon Ayuk is a Pro Bowler, Pro Bowl caliber receiver. Calvin Ridley's also a Pro Bowl caliber receiver. Jalen Waddle's also a Pro Bowl caliber receiver. Got a lot of really good receivers in the game this year. Um, Obviously, a couple of these guys are probably going to move up to top five. Um, Robert Woods is not good anymore. Sorry. Michael Pittman. I really don't love Michael Pittman, but I'm gonna put him. I'm gonna put him above, right below Rashad Bateman. Um, he's decent, but I don't know. I just don't see the hype around him that a lot of you guys have. Traylon Burks. Traylon Burks. At this point, is just kind of meh. I'm gonna put him above or behind Chase Claypool. I don't put Odell in front of him. Didn't do much his rookie year. We'll see. It's kind of too early to get an evaluation off him. All right, some other guys that are dog shit or not good. Quez Watkins is not good. I hate to break it to you, Eagles fans. He is not that guy, unfortunately. I'm putting him a bit above Miko Hardman, but he's just not very good, to be completely honest. And then how could I forget about White Chocolate himself, Cooper Kupp? Obviously, he's in Pro Bowl. I'll rearrange this tier, so just give me a second. But that is going to be that. Hunter Renfrow is kind of meh. I don't know. I don't love Hunter Renfrow. I know some guys really like Hunter Renfrow. Yeah, I'll put Hunter Renfrow, I guess, at the no. I'll put him like right here, I guess. Mike Williams. I think when Mike Williams is on the field, he's really good. The problem is he's just not on the field much. Put him right there. I have no problems with doing that. Some of these guys like Alec Pierce, and I mean, this guy, he didn't even, Isaiah McKenzie, he's not even on a team. He was on the Colts, but he got cut. So I don't know. I'll put him like right here, maybe. Not very good. Jerry Jeudy, I think, is good. He says with not a lot of confidence. Yeah, I'll put him at the edge of good. That's mostly a projection because he hasn't lived up to his first round pick yet. Another Pro Bowler is Devontae Smith. We'll put him in Pro Bowl. How could we forget about the crown jewel achievement of the receivers in the NFL right now? Justin Jefferson. Oh, I fucked that up. There you go, Justin Jefferson. Another guy I think is good still is Pro Bowler still is DeAndre Hopkins. A lot of really good receivers in the NFL. I mean, I know this is like obviously not all the backups and stuff, but there's a lot of good receivers in the NFL this year. Not good. Juju is not good. I'm sorry. I don't see it with Juju. The fact that there's so many bad Chiefs receivers and Patrick Mahomes has been this good, he deserves more credit for that. Let's be real. All right, let's breeze through some of these guys. Alec Pierce is meh. I'm just gonna throw him behind Michael Pittman, but I'll put Zay Flowers above him. Actually, I'll throw him behind Chase Claypool as well. Nico Collins, that looks like Nico Collins. I mean, he's meh. I don't know, man. Put him above Alec Pierce. Some of these guys are just like, I don't know. Courtland Sutton. Man, Courtland Sutton to me is kind of meh. I don't know. Some people like really like Courtland Sutton. I'll put him behind Michael Pittman and everything, but some people really like Courtland Sutton, and I just don't see it. Mike Evans. Mike Evans is good, although I do worry about what's going to happen with him sans, Tom Brady. But I'll put him above Deontay Johnson still. That's mostly a projection for what he's going to do. I don't know if he'll be the same receiver that he has been with Brady. Rondale Moore is... He's meh. He's like above. Yeah, he's right there. That's perfect. Terry McLaurin is a Pro Bowler as well, I think. Some of these guys might get bumped down though to good, to be honest with you. KJ Osborne is meh. I don't know. I don't know if I like KJ Osborne that much, to be honest with you. I'm gonna put him right there. Is that Sky Moore? Sky Moore is not very good, to be honest with you. I'll put him below Isaiah McKenzie. Keenan Allen is, I mean, he's good, but like I don't know, man. He's just old, and I'm gonna put him in man. I'm gonna put him like right there. Yeah, that makes sense to me. Some of these guys, I just don't know. Tyler Lockett's also a Pro Bowler. Y'all can hate. Tyler Lockett's the most underrated receiver in the NFL. I don't care what y'all say. Alan Lazard is good, I guess. I don't love Alan Lazard, but he is, he's got a decent build. Jameson Williams. Well, if Jameson Williams could stop gambling on NFL games, he would actually be pretty good. But he gets bottom tier of good because we just haven't seen him play yet, unfortunately. Let's talk about some of these other guys. A lot of these guys are just going into Romeo Doubs is not good. I mean, I'm sorry. I know y'all want to hype him up. He's just not good. Amari Cooper's good. He is solid. He's gonna get above Christian Kirk. All right, then let's take a good look at some of these guys. Like I said, I'm blind. Brandon Cooks, meh. Yeah, meh. That's Brandon Cooks right there. A lot of these guys, I don't want to just bombard with dog shit. Marvin Jones is at the edge of meh. Some of the other guys are just, I mean, deep. This is Donovan Peoples-Jones, I assume. Donovan Peoples-Jones is also kind of meh. I'll put him like right there. Michael Thomas. It's just so hard to rank, man. I just don't know. I don't know what Michael Thomas version we're getting, to be honest. But I'll throw him in like right there, I guess. Darnell Mooney, I think, has always been kind of underrated on the Bears, but I'm not going to call him good. I'll put him definitely above Chase Claypool, probably above. I'll put him right below Courtland Sutton, to be completely honest with you. DJ Chark, it's not very good, to be honest with you. I'll probably put him at the top of not very good. Adam Thielen, wannabe Cooper Kupp. He's also kind of meh. I don't know. He's getting old. Some of these other guys, Chris Godwin. I've never been a huge Chris Godwin guy, but I understand that he's considered to be good by a lot of people. I'll put him in meh, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, and I'll kind of just end the list there. I don't really see a lot of other guys that are noteworthy names. I mean, Jacoby Myers would be in meh as well. You know what I mean? I don't want to make the list too big and meh. Jahan Dotson is pretty good, but let me order the list at the top, and then we'll kind of get a good idea of where everybody's at. I think we can throw Devontae Adams there in the top 5. So top 5 in order would be Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, Tyreek Hill, Stephon Diggs, and Devontae Adams. I like that. I think that's pretty good. And then Pro Bowlers, we have T. Higgins, CeeDee Lamb. We're going to rearrange this around a little bit. Yeah, actually, you know what? I might put A.J. Brown top 5. I'm sorry. I think I'm going to put A.J. Brown in the top 5. Devontae Adams would be the top of Pro Bowl. And then we could have, like, Jalen Waddle move up a little bit. We could have some of these other guys. Cooper Kupp definitely is getting moved up to, like, the 3 spot. Yeah. Other than that, I think that list is pretty good. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. You get what, like 3 or 4 for each one, so that's like 8. Yeah, I don't know. These are Pro Bowl caliber receivers. I'm not saying everyone's going to necessarily make it. And then the good receivers are right there. But anyway, I'm going to wrap up this video because it's getting long and you guys are probably getting sick of hearing my voice. This is my wide receiver tier list ranking video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys put your opinions in the comments down below. Let me know what you guys think. And I will see you guys in tomorrow's video. Peace.